Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. I have made a few changes since last time. Specifically, I've completely ripped out our entire hydrocarbon area. Moved our tanks up here because honestly they needed a bit more space and they were way too cramped where they were. Moved our deuterium processing to actually make it like double tiered, which honestly is just far easier. And completely removed everything related to refining. So what I want to do first is redo our refining area, but bigger, because we're going to need far more production capability in terms of refining. No longer are we using just the one oil well. In fact, we are using one oil well here, one oil well here, one oil well here. That's 3, 4, 5. I think there might actually be a 6 somewhere. Either way, this is actually a full Mark II belt of oil. And in fact, it's slightly more because you'll see it's actually backing up all the way around the globe because that goes really far away. So with a Mark II belt, we can actually run 24 refineries. And that is what we're going to be doing today. So we've got a load of conveyor belts. In fact, I made a load of them. And we just need to grab our refinery. I'm not going to make this quite as like fancy and pretty as last time because quite frankly that didn't need to be done that way. We can do it a much like simpler manner. So if we put it here, give it a bit of space and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we might have an issue with just like there's water. 8. I mean, we could do 3 rows of 8. That would actually kind of work. It doesn't look like there's like a gradient change, so we should be okay. If we want to do 3 rows of 8, we're going to need to split our oil coming out into 3. No, we could split into 2. We'll need to merge belts coming back, but that's fine. That's not an issue. Either that or we just fill in some space. How much do we have in the way of 4,000? Oh, plenty. You know what? Let's just keep going. Ah! Yes, a lot of my planet's going to look like this. Just like they've been attacked with a grey spray paint. Oh, I ran out of soil. I need to at some point just go and find like a hill and just kill it. Give me a planet that's just all hills so I can just take the soil. Okay. There we go. Yeah, pretty low on soil. Right. Well, that might need to be moved, but for now, we need to place another 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, in theory, we could just have this go on and on and on and on and on. We could have this be 24 long instead of 12. I'm going to put 2 rows of 12. And you... Afraid we'll need to go... Do I have room in my inventory for you? Yes, okay. Right, let's get the power over. Right. And then also set you up. Really too far away to copy the recipe to? Annoying. There we go. Okay, and then belts. So this is going to output a full belt of refined and a normal belt of hydrogen. Because 2 oil and 2 refined, but 1 hydrogen. So we'll put a Mark II belt coming back this way. Actually, this is going to be double belted. Yeah, we actually don't need to do this. Ah! Stop, drones, stop! This doesn't need to be a Mark II. I was wrong! There we go. Save ourselves some Mark II belts. Not that we're particularly short now we've got EM turbines automated. Okay. You do that. And then on the other side, we'll put the oil input. I wonder, could we do it all on one side? We might be able to do it all on one side with them just reaching across. We'd have to stagger them. No, it's just easier to do it this way. Cheaper belts. We want the hydrogen also coming out here. And then we'll need another belt of oil. And then we'll just shift copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My drones have got their work cut out. I gotta admit, like, they are very busy. Drones, do your thing! Now, with this is every 4 seconds, so the most we're looking at is an oil every second. Every 2 seconds, and that's fine. Hydrogen every 4 seconds. We should be able to just do this with Mark 1 sorters, so the only issue is going to be making sure they're putting out the right thing. So we'll tell you to use refined. Oh, I'll lie. I need that to be one longer. There we go. Okay, and then shift copy. This is a godsend for sorters. Makes it far easier. Rather than having to try and set them every time with tab, because like that's just annoying. And then same on the other side. There we go. And then hydrogen. So this one's going to need to be selected. Come on, I need to shift select you. There we go. Right, and then copy across. And is that hydrogen? Yes. Sweet. Okay. That is working. Let's do this all the way up here. That's fine. It's not as pretty as our last setup, but it is more compact and, quite frankly, easier to deal with. So, you know, not many complaints here. And then we just need inputs. So 1, 2, 3. This is going to go up to 24, so I don't know why I'm even bothering to count. Because it's going to be a few seconds. And then you just need power. Thankfully, power poles can reach over pretty far. Otherwise, this would get frustrating. So, I'm just going to position them F33. Why not? Let's just use more. I've got some over here that I may have tried to be too stingy with. Okay, I think that's everything getting powered now. So, oil time. Which means we're going to want to use a splitter. And fun fact, this fancy splitter here is probably going to be everything we could want, because it also raises the height of the input. Means we can go to like there, and then come down, and then turn in. And then... Oop. I will actually run it to here using a faster belt, just in case we want to pull other stuff off this belt at some point. Oh, we need to use the faster belt, don't we? Because, yeah, it's going Mark II belt into 2 Mark 1s. Yes. And then both of those are full. Right. Now, the only thing to sort here is to make sure we merge these fuel and we take the hydrogen. So, the hydrogen is probably going to need to go up, which... unfortunately can't do because we kind of blocked it. Oh. And then immediately just go down. And then there. Okay. And then we need to just take it in this end. Oh, wait. That fuel should be a Mark II belt. Yoink! There we go. Ooh, maybe we should run on that fuel we just picked up. There we go. Got used to it. Okay, so fuel's going to the furthest one. And hydrogen to this one. You know what? We're going to hook both of them up with Mark II belts. Although, like, we don't actually need to. It means that later on, if we want to add more hydrogen going in, which we probably will, once we do something like X-ray fractionation, we can do that. Okay. And then hydrogen is this belt. Okay, so this is actually wrong, because we actually want the fuel on the outside lane. Sorry, fuel. Yeah, we're probably okay to just run the belts all the way to here. There we go. And then, do we want to just run the hydrogen at double speed? Why not? We've got plenty of belts. It's not like we need to save them. Sweet. And there we go. Pretty nice setup. It should go through the oil at the rate we're putting it into the system. So this tank is actually going to end up staying at this level. And we are slowly getting ourselves some fuel. Or we would be if we'd finished the damn track. There we go. And we're gaining hydrogen as well. We could add more deuterium fractionators or something. Okay. One thing we haven't done is X-ray cracking. Again, we could do that. But honestly, we might not really need to. We have a graphite mine over here. And although that was meant to like bootstrap us up to the point where we could do X-ray cracking, don't think we really desperately need it. We're going to need a lot of fuel anyway. So one thing we will do is we will hook up the hydrogen line here, because this line was meant to be bringing us hydrogen. So I guess we can use the output here. Feels a bit wrong to use this output, but whatever. And I'm just going to use a basic belt for this. Okay. There we go. Ah. Come on. Just give me the high point. I know you can do it. Come on. There we go. And does that come down and connect? It does. So... oh, we're meant to be connecting this way so that it loops around. Yeah. Sure. Okay, we'll do that. It makes it easier. Also, now we can run on some hydrogen, which, you know, that's pretty nice. Trying to figure out where this is going to go is a pain. With that changing gradient there. And then... there we go. And that should now be able to feed hydrogen to our red cube production. Not that we desperately need it, since we have like 2 full boxes of red cubes, because I expanded the storage. Oh, it's not full. Oh, okay. We do need that then. Well, provide the hydrogen. And get that back on track. It's gone so quiet suddenly. There we go. Okay. So with that, we've got our production back on track. We're actually making quite a lot of refined fuel. Like, look how quickly that's almost filled up. Steam's doing okay. Hydrogen. Well, honestly, we're using hydrogen pretty damn quick if we've got the red cube production running. But other than that, pretty good. So what do we want to do next? Like, obviously, there are things to research. We could even consider titanium smelting. High-speed assemblers. Hell, we could even do graphene at this stage. Although we'd need to make sulfuric acid for this. Because the other choice is fire ice, and we don't have any fire ice. So we would need sulfuric acid and graphite to make graphene. Yeah, graphene is useful for a lot of stuff later on, so getting ourselves a production chain for graphene is a good idea. And then start to head up that way. Okay. Let's start working on applied superconductor. That is literally only blues. And then we'll also get ourselves hydrogen fuel rods afterwards. Now that does require hydrogen and titanium to make it. And obviously titanium's a problem because we can't really get titanium on this planet. However, we could head over to one of the other planets in our system, which What have we got? Unknown. Unknown. Okay, well, we definitely need to start working on that then. Let's cancel doing that for the moment. And let's go over here and get Universe Exploration 2. Because again, that's just blues. We've been putting it off. But definitely do that. And let's get our next level of drive, which allows us to go to other planets. Get vertical construction. I think we'll get hydrogen fuel before we get vertical construction. But we will get that going. That's going to need a good supply of hydrogen for it. So while that's happening, let's consider what we need to make sulfuric acid. We need refined fuel. We need stone, and we need water. Now, thankfully, I'm actually just going to kind of cheat on this one, and I'm going to use a production calculator in how to make sulfuric acid. Unfortunately, it does just recommend the recipe of pumped sulfuric acid from the sea. That's not something we can do. We don't have a sea of sulfuric acid, which is a shame.
They will greatly improve production efficiency. So if you find them, collect them, and put them as a part of industrial production.
Yes, because there is fire ice that you can, just easy peasy. Right. In which case, what we will need for a full belt of sulfuric acid, a full Mark II belt, is like a lot of stuff. And since we don't really have that much, well, I guess we have a Mark II belt of fuel. We could do a full belt of sulfuric acid. It might be a lot. It might be a lot. I think maybe we'll do a Mark I belt for the moment, and we can always upgrade later. So I'm just going to refactor this. We will need... So for sulfuric acid, we're going to need a full belt of stone. We will need a full belt of sulfuric acid, Mark I as opposed to Mark II for the stone. We'll need most of a Mark II belt of refined oil. In fact, I think that's 1.5 standard belts. And then we will also need a full normal belt of water. Great. We've also got the mech sail, so we can fly between planets.
You can try to view the whole planetary system, and even the entire cluster, by clicking the star map button in the lower left corner of the screen.
Okay, they've got a lava ocean here.
Receive the ability to sail. Double-click the space key to lift off to enter the flight mode.
Silicon ore, titanium ore, both of which we don't have on our planet.
And you will enter the sailing mode when you reach a certain altitude.
No titanium ore here, but they do have silicon ore. Okay. Ooh, solar energy ratio, 135% solar. Might be worth setting up solar panels on this planet. Ooh. Also, titanium and silicon. That's going to be pretty tasty. Okay. Right, anyway, we'll deal with that another time. For now, let's set up our sulfur. Now, the question is, where do we want to put our sulfur things? Because we're going to have to fly a belt over to them, obviously, with the refined oil. There is stone right here. And I know we were kind of keeping this area to be research territory, but the stone is what we also need to make sulfuric acid. And we're going to need 24 nodes, which means we will need quite a lot of miners. If each miner gets 6. I guess we only need 4 in that case. This might be the area to do it. As much as I want to keep this for research. Yeah, let's do this. Because where's the other stone nearby? Yeah, no, it's going to be here. Right, there's the hydrogen fuel rod.
The data shows this is a planet without natural titanium veins. Perhaps you can get some by collecting gravel. If you need a massive titanium collection, you need to find a planet rich with titanium veins as soon as possible.
We looked at them. They're in the system. They're just not here. Okay, that's 7. We get 7. We need 8 more. Wait, no. We need 10 more. 8, 7, 7. I guess 22. Admittedly, we do have 10% production bonus, right? Our mining bonus is plus 10%. This actually might be fine. Where is it? 10% mining speed. Yeah, this will actually give us, what? 24.2? Yeah, we only need to have 21.9 nodes covered. So this should actually do the job. And this is a Mark II belt worth. So, bring you up to here. And that up. Well, yeah. All right, that's our Mark II belt full of stone. We're gonna need a belt of refined, and we'll also need water. Now, water we can pump. So it's something we haven't done before, but we can use water pumps. This is gonna need, my calculator says 6.6, so I'm gonna trust it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vertical construction, lovely. While we're talking about vertical construction, we are going to need storage containers for, you know, sulfuric acid, which is pretty hostile. Now, strictly, I should put the sulfuric acid containers here, but that's actually going to get pretty cramped. I'm wondering if we maybe go, like, here or something. We have, like, a second row. Oh, speaking of which, I see soil. I'm gonna get that soil. Nom, 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 nom. Right. Say goodbye. And basically that soil again. Look, can someone just give me like a whole ton of soil? Thank you. Might not be enough. Oh, no, it's plenty. There we go. Right. And I guess we will put down... we're working water pump still. Okay. And tank. Now. Where do I want to put the sulfuric acid tank? Probably here-ish on the north section. Because we're going to put the sulfur making stuff up here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now the actual stuff is made in one of these, a chemical plant. We're gonna need 9 of these, which unfortunately means we're gonna need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go get more glass. Hello, hello glass. I would like you. And we're gonna need more glass as this goes on, so I might as well just grab a few here. And also stone. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Ooh, I've got a load of hydrogen and stuff in my pocket. Let's definitely run on all our fuel for the moment. Easiest way to do this, probably to just have a line of 9 of them. Just pump stuff in. Because they are going to be using... Okay, so they've got sulfuric acid going out at 4 per 6 seconds. So that's fine. They've got fuel coming in at 1 per 1 second, stone coming in, which is pretty rapid as well, and water coming in. So I'm thinking a line of them with 2 belts on each side. Water on the far belt, sulfuric acid on another far belt, and then stone and refined So yeah, this is probably the easiest way to do it. Let's grab our production. And we should just start our production like here. Just go for it. Maybe we start it here. Yeah. Okay, 1. And to make things simpler, I'm just going to copy the tech. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And then what do we need in the web belt? So it's a full belt of fuel, a full belt of stone, and then sulfuric acid is a normal belt, and water is a normal belt. So full belt of fuel, full belt of stone, full belt of water, and then, I mean, technically the sulfuric acid is coming out of here, so I guess the belt doesn't need to go all the way. Feels a bit weird, but we can do that. I'm going to use a Mark II belt when we get to here, though, just in case we want to attach to it later. Right, and then I guess I'm just going to use Mark II sorters, because I'm deathly afraid I'll get this wrong. Like, we could use plenty of Mark Is, but whatever. Right. You know what? Let's just hook stuff up before I do this, because I might cock this up. Stone to there. And I'm going to power this up. This should end up being a full belt. Yup. Okay. Then full belt of... I'm wondering if there's a way to, like, flow the fuel in midway, but cutting something in half means you end up needing a splitter. It would just be cleaner rather than running the belt all the way back. Let's see. If we did that... No, I don't think that's reasonable. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. Right. Belt out. Belt up. We'll leave a one gap in case I want to put like a power pole in or something. There we go. And then water. Water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is a full belt of water. So should be easy enough to provide for. There we go. And obviously that needs power as well. And And that should end up being a full belt. That certainly looks like it. Sweet. So what is the thing we're missing right now? Sulfur coming out. Perfect. So output, output, output. That's only one output makes this really easy. And then input. Just keep doing this a few times. I can't wait until like a copy paste function is added, just so you can blueprint it and then just be like do done. That's it. It's made more complicated by the fact that like there's a slight change every now and again with like grid lines that could make things a bit more messy. Oh, I can add one in between. This makes things so much simpler. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, and we're getting sulfuric acid out. And once this belt kind of gets to the end, this should be a full belt of sulfuric acid. Obviously, it's only about half a belt at the moment. Maybe less. Ooh, much less. But look at that fuel coming out. Oof. There we go. Filling up with sulfuric acid slowly. Next time, I think we have to go to another planet and set up a little titanium refinery. And by little, I mean because we're going to be going there so rarely, I kind of want to set up a big titanium refinery. In the meantime, while you're getting going, what tech do we have that we can do? No. Obviously, there's a load of tech down here we can do. I don't know if we want to do this just yet because obviously there's lots of stuff that gets involved and opened up around here, and I kind of want to make sure we go over these on stream. What we might do is grab titanium smelting because that will be the theme of next time. It's also really, really cheap. Yes, my pretties. Also, we did get a height increase, so we're gonna need more iron. You know what I should do? I should put bypasses on here so that we have, like, if this is full, magnets flow out and fill a box so I can go grab them. Because at the moment I'm grabbing them from this box, and I'm definitely afraid that eventually this box is going to get really full. Actually, we don't need all of these. Also, let's just use that hydrogen. Titanium smelting. Perfect. Meanwhile, we have extra labs.
When being outside of building range, you can hold down the shift key and use the right mouse button to click on the open space to control the mecha to move.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot of labs. They might actually have trouble getting enough cubes in. Either way, we're not researching all the time, so it can just fill back up. Maybe what I should do is put like a storage chest next to each one and then just fill each storage chest so that they each have their own storage chest to pull from. And then I just feed them in between because I'm not constantly researching like I would normally be. Also do want to make some more on these so these can do their thing faster as well. I mean, I could go you know what? Let's sod it. Let's go further because we can. This, however, is where we're going to end the episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. We have very nice new production facility. This is much neater and tidier. I very much appreciate it. You also see like little blocks being made and added to, and eventually it becomes an entire... Aww, looks pretty cool. We could add more fractionators here. 10 is kind of like a bootstrap startup. I think we could go with like 20, and I think we'd be better off. Hydrogen production is decent. Obviously, we could increase that by doing some X-ray cracking. The sulfur is meant to be coming out at a normal belt, and so the fact we're feeding it with a double belt into here, yeah, that's going to be a half belt, and that looks like a half belt, so it looks like we're doing pretty well. Everything is getting fed, nothing's complaining. That is running optimally. I know, several episodes ago I talked about, hey, I don't need to run optimally, I don't mind. And now I'm like, everything must run optimally. Yeah, it happens. I would feel sorry, except for the fact I don't. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be an orbital hazard. You can just crash into them while flying around the planet. Yeah, they're using the latest of Bobs. Graphite is definitely an issue here. I might, between episodes, just upgrade our graphite production somehow. Like, we only have the one miner. We could definitely, like, reformat this area to make it just a bit better. Since we were initially going to feed this with graphite from X-ray cracking, and that was just going to be a bit of, like, an added bonus. And now we've kind of got rid of the X-ray cracking in lieu of, you know, just more power. So, yeah. Next time, though, we're going to go to another planet. We're going to do exploring, titanium smelting, all that jazz. I look forward to it. Until then, though, I've been EnterElysium. Go check out the Discord, link tree down below. And, yeah, stay shiny.